it's your girl Regina coming at you guys with another video. This is going to be my April wrap-up video. If you remember my April TBR, I kind of diverted from that just a little bit. Good news, I did finish my magical readathon challenge. But it got a little bit away from me in some areas. So, I am going to show you what I've read, I'll give you my ratings on them, and I want to do this short and sweet, just so I can film my next video super quick, and have both of them out this weekend. Alright, before we get into it, comment, like, subscribe, we have fun here. Alrighty, so, I do want to say that April has been a doozy of a month. Oh, so, good news. I finished the Magical Readathon Challenge, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this challenge that's hosted by Book Roast, in which she sets up this whole readathon, and it's all centered around the world of Harry Potter. This April, she said that she wanted to focus it on wizarding careers. I chose Hogwarts Professor. And I did mention that I was going to do a couple of substitutions, which ended up happening. And so I figured, okay, 7 to 8 books, that's totally doable in 30 days. And yes, it is, ordinarily. I mean, for me at least. It doesn't have to necessarily apply to you. We all have different reading speeds. But because I had completed my 52 book challenge by mid-March, I would say, I kind of got into a really, really bad slump in April. It wasn't that I was demotivated by completing my challenge, it was more of I kind of got burnt out of reading. And with the whole quarantine, I just could not focus. I watched Netflix and Hulu for most of April. And so, the last 24 hours, I decided to do something really stupid. Because I haven't done it for a couple of years. For a good reason. And I inadvertently completed a challenge within a challenge. So the last 24 hours, I decided to stay up from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. So the 29th of April to the 30th of April, right? And I read 3 books in 22 hours and 20 minutes. I'm proud of my accomplishment, but I'm never doing it again. Never ever. It's just, gosh. And there is obviously no video footage of that. But, yeah, alright, cool. Let's get into the books that I read. This one, Frankenstein, which I did a book review of last week. 3 stars. About a guy named Frankenstein who creates a monster and brings it to life, and it's a whole thing. And hold on 1 second. Okay, so I listened to this on audiobook. This was for my arithmetic challenge. I had to read a book opposite of the genre that I normally read. Ooh. This was just too flowery for my taste. I'm going to link the video up somewhere and down below if you want to check out a 35-minute review. Next, we have Sabrina, The Season of the Witch, a prequel novel by Sarah Reeve Brennan. This is a prequel to the show called Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's a hit Netflix show, and this was for History of Magic. Not sure if I said. This was a substitution, because this was also one of the books that I read during my 24-hour challenge that I gave to myself. This was a substitution to this. Now, I did get a decent size way into it. Decent portion. I did get through this. I got up to chapter 21, and I initially started this as a buddy read, but this is a big hunker of a book. Even though I read another 500-page something, it's just, the chapters themselves are pretty long, and I was running out of time because of my own procrastination and all that stuff, and this is not a DNF. This is more of a, I'm gonna finish this in the next couple of months. I just wanted to read this without any pressure. So, I did read this, but this was a substitution for that. Next, I finished the Kane Chronicles series by completing the last third of the book, a third of the series, which is not the Red Pyramid. Oh my goodness. Whoops. The Serpent's Shadow. And, sorry, the other one was, book 2. Yes, I did this for Transfiguration. The challenge was read a book that has someone turning into a creature, which both Sadie and Carter Kane do. This I gave 5 stars. Sabrina was also 5 stars. You know. Then I read The Tales of Beetle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. Note by Albus Dumbledore, headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. This was for my potions challenge, which is to create a shrinking solution, meaning read a book 150 pages in. And this is just a collection of wizarding stories, like little fairy tales that the parents tell their children. Right? This is really cute. My favorite story was The Tale of the Three Brothers. And I gave this 5 stars. Then I reread Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This was a substitution for Codename Verity, which is this one. By Elizabeth Wing. Similar to History of Magic, I started it. It's really interesting, but I don't know what happened. No, it's more of I wasn't ready to read it at this particular time, but I do plan on finishing this book soon. So this was for astronomy, in which I had to read the majority of the book at night. So this was read a few days ago, but not part of the 24-hour thing. This was nice, going back to read Harry Potter. It's the series that was inspired by this whole challenge and my childhood. And a lot of things just jumped out at me. I just realized, wow, J.K. Rowling really set the groundwork for a lot of the things that happened in this series right early on. So then we have All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Urban. I rated this 4 stars. This is a mystery whodunit in the sense that 6 teenagers are trapped and they are trying to figure out who put them there and who they're going to try to kill, because somebody is really upset with these teenagers for a very good reason. This was 4 stars. I really wish this was perspectives. It really would have enhanced the story a little bit more. This was for my Charms Challenge, which was to read a book with a white cover. Then I read a couple of audiobooks. One is The Twin by Natasha Preston. Again, that's a book that I did a review on. I rated that about 4 or 5 stars. No, definitely not 5 stars. Oh, and I'm missing one book too. 1 second. I rated The Twin 4 stars. Then I did Metamorphosis. Again, that was also a reading challenge. I substituted that for Mao's Last Dancer. This was for the herbology. I had to read a title with M. So, read Metamorphosis. And this was a 2.5-hour audiobook, which is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Done. Quickly. It's a very weird book. My mom had been asking me for years if I ever read Metamorphosis, and I finally told her that yes, I did. It's just so freaking weird. I want to say this is 4 stars. I liked the premise of the book. It was really interesting, although very disturbing. Then I did not read Mouse at all, but another book that I read, that I finished, because I know this was on my November TBR or something like that. This was also part of the 24-hour reading challenge that I did, which was Sail to the Sea. This is about 4 strangers who board the Wilhelm Gustloff ship, and that ship is very similar to Titanic and the sinking of the Lusitania ship. In winter 1945, these 8,000 refugees, they board the ship, only to never be seen again. Many of them died in the shipwreck. A few of them survived. A very, very few. This is historical fiction with quite a lot of facts. The characters, I don't think they were real, but the author did a really good job in explaining and really showing the panic and how many of these characters were from different nationalities. One is Prussian, one is Polish, one is German, And there's a child, and there's an old man, someone's blind, and one is Lithuanian, right? And all these characters, they're really trying to survive. All their end goal were the exact same. Make it out alive. Make it out of the war alive. A couple of the characters survived. Not all of them. And then there was this one German soldier who was really an idiot. Just... That's it. And I really like that the chapters are really, really short. Like, at the most, 3 pages. You know, so a couple of the chapters were literally 1 line. Like, you know, because this is multi-perspectives, and I have been trying to read Good Decepticist books for a few months now. Finally got a chance. At some point, I'm going to move on to the next one, which is about the Fountains of Silence, which is during the Spanish Civil War or something. But yeah, these are all the books I've read. This is 5 stars, brilliantly written, and I loved it. I enjoyed the books that I read, and a couple of them I did not. One of them definitely being Frankenstein. I like the story, just the literal story. I did not like the flowery writing. It's just too much. And another book that I did not really care for. I wouldn't say really care for, but more of a kind of thing. Actually, no. Frankenstein was the only book that I didn't like. But yeah, alright, cool. That's it for now. I will see you guys in my next video. Comment, like, subscribe. Stay safe. I shall see you next time. Bye!